Hello friends, garden update. Look, the Bobo hydrangeas have really opened up now. It is hot. Hot, 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 hot. And I'm sure it's hot where you are too. So we're just kind of taking it all in stride. Window box is looking pretty, you know, despite all the watering efforts and everything. I am wilting, I think, more than the garden is. I did just want to show you the path is now complete. So I had a couple questions about these pavers. These are made for outdoor use. So they were off the shelf from Home Depot. They are a porcelain material with like a gritty kind of top. It's textured so it's not slippy, and it had rained after these went in and briefly, not nearly enough, and I felt the traction was fine and there was no problems there. But they're heavy, they're not slippy slidey, these are in place, and there's not going to be any worries about needing to reinforce them or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I did a little bit of research and there's an installation that's just a dry fit, which is what this is. So I very painstakingly on the 4th of July, and it was hot. I had my long sleeves, my SPF, of course, my big hat, and it was hot. But I waited until it got a little bit shadier on this side. Mark was home. He was able to entertain the kids while I was out here working in gravel. That sounds like a fun choice, right? So, we took turns and got it done. My AC just kicked on, I apologize. So this is like just a dry fit. Now, if you want to get technical with things, there are certainly specific ways of laying pavers and things like this in your garden. You want to tamp down sand. You want to maybe even have a tracking system that keeps things in line. That's more for maybe a patio type situation. We did what we needed to do. And it turned out great. This is good enough for our purposes for right now. And if we have to later down the line, adjust anything, then we will. But I feel pretty confident that these are going to be just fine. They're nice and sturdy. They're not slippy. And then I just raked all the gravel up to it. So they're heavy and I really, really like them. So one of the things that Mark is working on right now is, and I think I might have mentioned this in another video, is a little eyebrow pergola for above the shed. I am so excited about it. I'm going to share a little photo. This was him last night, just trying to kind of piece it together and kind of get the look and the spacing and everything down. But he has really been enjoying, see, I do the gardening and Mark likes to build, so it ends up working out really well because now he's able to kind of, all these obelisks, he built those. Of course, he did 95% of the greenhouse. I held things, but that was from a kit and just putting it together with instructions. But him being able to really build these obelisks, and he framed out the whole shed. He did those shutters I showed you, and now he's doing this little eyebrow pergola up top. It's really I think kind of making him more interested in the garden, which is I appreciate that. And of course I love him to have that hobby and outlet and get that feeling of excitement that I get when I'm out in the garden. So I can see that in his face, and the excitement and the pride he's taking in making some of these things. So this is just from scratch. It's a design we just came up together, and he's got all the proper tools. He's made these brackets, which I think look fantastic, and we'll be painting it white and then growing the new dawn rose on top again. I'm in the process of trying to find the very biggest new dawn rose that I can. It's my favorite rose, and I had it growing all along the side of our shed for years now, and we had to remove it. It was planted right here. We had to remove it when we were doing all of this work with you know, refacing the shed. So I potted it up in the biggest pot I could, and I gave it so much love and hopes and prayers, and left it there for a while in that pot out of the direct sun. I just really babied it, and it really was dead. It was a goner. So I'm totally bummed about that. You know, sometimes you win some, you lose some, but then sometimes when you lose some, it does hurt. And losing this rose was a sting for me because I love it. I loved this rose. But, you know, we cannot undo what has been done, and it was necessary for all the work that we were doing to remove it. There's no other way we could have conquered this situation. So now I will buy another one, and I will love it, and now it will be trained along the top of this, and I just can't wait. But what I really wanted to do in today's video is give you an update of the Picket garden. I know I have kind of glanced by and showed you some things, but I really, really want to dissect this garden and show you just how full it has gotten in such a short period of time. So, and let's talk about what's working and what's not working and all those things. This is some self-seeded Nicotiana that I just let go. So that's kind of dotted all over here. I love it sometimes when those wild things happen, and, you know, just kind of try and go with the flow with some things. It's very natural and very pretty here, I think. We are working on getting some stones, some long slabs. I found a couple that I like to make that little terrace step area. That red slate paper is still there, you guys. I told you I was going to take that away. Anyway, let's start from the side here. So this hosta was here. It was here. It's been here. It is suffering. It has a lot of burned leaves because there's a lot of sun in this area. So it's not the best location for this hosta, but every year it gets kind of sad like this during the heat of summer, and it's just to be expected. I'm putting a plant here that would definitely prefer to be in a more part shade situation. The phlox has been amazing. This is called something cream. I'm gonna put the name up here because I don't remember. This one has drawn so many pollinators, and especially the hummingbird moths have just been, matter of fact, oh, I thought I saw one. No, the hummingbird moths have just been flocking to this plant, and it's just been amazing. So that's a perennial. It loves the hot heat. I could deadhead this pretty soon, and sometimes, you know, you get those sporadic little side shoots on your phlox. So I'll probably do that soon, but it still looks good right now. The lamb's ear is filling in beautifully, beautifully. I love it. That was from divisions in other areas of the garden. You can see that this salvia is really getting big, but it has so much competition. It's getting a little bit buried here. Absolutely love it. I've seen hummingbirds on this one. There's little tiny butterflies flying all around right now. This is that butterfly candy, that lavender butterfly candy buddleia butterfly bush. I absolutely love this shrub. I have other dwarf butterfly bushes that get woody. I told you I was going to show you one in the last video. I'm going to show you that in this video just to show you a comparison. So this one is so nice and mounded, and look, these are all buds. I deadhead this regularly, and it's really easy. I just snap them off with my fingers, but this took a little bit of a break, so it hasn't been really profusely blooming for a couple of weeks now, a little bloom here and there, but now it is putting on another flush of blooms, and I love the mounded habit of it and how it fills this space. It's huge compared to when I planted it. Oh my gosh, but it is just right. It's not all gangly or like sparse. It's very full and very, very pretty. Now this was a hosta that I planted from a little division from my parents' garden. I have to move that. It's not going to work in this spot. The leaves are burning up. It's shrouded by the other plants. So, you know, in the fall, because I don't want to completely kill it, I will pull that out. I will move it someplace where I can enjoy it that's more shady. And then this is the Moody Blues Veronica, which has been an absolute pollinator magnet. This is its third flush of blooms. It has grown exponentially. I have a lot of love for this plant. It looks amazing. And then in the back, it's Salvia caridana, which is just starting another flush of blooms after having cut it back at the end of May. But this is on its third flush of blooms, the Veronica. Absolutely love it. And you can see the agapanthus here. Oh my goodness. And there's another bloom coming up right there. This plant is so beautiful. I just love it. I just love it. Look at these bees on this salvia. They're just loving life on here. Anytime you put in those tubular flowers with the bright colors, you're going to get all the pollinators. And then in the back, I have some feverfew that I snuck in there after that original video that I showed you guys. This is from seeds I started a couple years ago. Well, I'm sorry, last year. And the plants didn't really do much for me last year. But then this year, they were doing wonderful. I did transplant them in like the heat of summer. And they had a nice flush of blooms. I cut it back. I can see all new fresh growth coming in. So I have a feeling that this is going to get engulfed with feverfew. And I'm not mad about it. We'll see how that does. And then, of course, in the front, this is the Profusion double white zinnias. That was my knees cracking. But look at these bees on the Veronica. It is gorgeous. 2 plants right here. 1, 2. Can you believe how massive they are? I'm going to flash back to when I said to you guys, wait until you see. You're not going to believe it. So this is a Profusion double white zinnia, and it's more a very compact little bushy zinnia that's great for the front of a border. Wait until you see. I know it doesn't look like much now, but these are going to fill in with beautiful double white flowers. And that's the same can be said for all down the line here. This one just wants to eat the flower pot. So it's working on that. But look, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 plants here. Again, there's another one of the very sad hostas from my parents' garden that I will move because it's getting swallowed up in its full sun. And, you know, in spring when it's cooler, you're kind of thinking, well, maybe I could get away with it. But no, I'm not getting away with it. And again, here's the agapanthus. Absolutely beautiful. It looks like a huge firework sparkler. I love it. And just the same plants, the caridana salvia and the Veronica. I've got 2 of those and the lamb's ear. So I really, really, really like this garden. These are the cranberry. Is that what they are? Boxwood. I think they're cranberry something or other. Linda Votter has mentioned these. And I got those to replace ones that had really horrible infestation of boxwood leaf miner on my old ones. So these I planted in spring. They were terribly root bound, but they're looking really good. I do have to keep up on the watering with these because especially with the terracotta pots, you know, they dry out quickly. And then, what did I say? I said it was July 3rd, I think. Look, and it was down here. Here's that hyacinth bean coming all the way up here now. And then this border is starting to fill in. I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, look, since the last time we talked, which wasn't that long ago, everything is just absolutely bursting now. These are those floret zinnias that I've been waiting for. I'm so excited to see them. They really are pretty. And then this is some dahlias that should be in bloom soon. This one is breakout. And there's just a whole, you know what I did? Oh, I don't even have to guess because you know what I did, you guys? That was my knees again. I labeled in the front here. I've never been so on the ball. So I labeled the floret zinnias. Those are precious metals. Then I've got breakout dahlia, cafe au lait. Oh, see, I was wrong. Cafe au lait royal dahlia here. A Crichton honey tucked in the back, and then another Crichton honey off to the side there. So very excited. And then this is Cosmo's Cupcake and Saucer, which I might have labeled on the other side. I'll take a look. Look at all these bees. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I can just hear them buzzing all over. And then over here, not much has changed. My sweet peas are doing marvelous. Look. And I think it's because other years I have planted them in full sun, which they want. I'm not telling you to put these in shade, but I have them in a situation where they're getting sun, but sheltered sun. They are not frying up. I'm seeing them lasting much longer than ever before. And like I said, these got scissored down twice. The bunnies ate these early on, and I thought I was going to have no chance. So I'm impressed that I have anything, but I think keep that in mind. You know, if you're putting your sweet peas in full blasting sun and you're in a hot climate like I am, you might want to consider putting them in a dappled sun, or a better yet, like a morning sun, afternoon, more shady situation, because that hot afternoon sun is really what's going to make them burn up, and the leaves get all crispy and crunchy. I had a friend recently say to me about her nasturtiums. She said, I should always keep in mind that when gardeners in England say full sun, they really mean shade. That made me laugh because, you know, we know that it rains there a lot in England, and what I wouldn't give for some of that right now. I did get this little hanging pot. I think is so cute. There's some geraniums in it and a little wire vine. I ordered 2 more because I kind of thought I'd like a row of 3, and the other 2 have a lot of white on them, like white paint distressing, and I don't know why. Like, why did this one? Maybe they're from another batch. I don't know. I'll probably hang them up here anyway. Who cares? Or have that one be in the middle and the other 2 on either side, so it looks like I did it on purpose. Who knows? What am I doing? I said I wanted to talk about the Picket garden. Here I am meandering. But how could I not show you my Kent Beauty oregano? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It smells so good. All right, so let's look at the other side of the Picket garden back here, because I have other dahlias on this side. So, and again, this echinacea on this side is a million times better than the other side, and I don't know why, but that's okay. Probably some kind of transplant shock, I imagine. This one looks so pretty with its little petals aiming down, and this one doesn't. It's the same plant, because I know some of you might think, well, is it a different plant? Same plant, because they were both equal in appearance last year, but then I moved them, and I probably caused some kind of stunting or shock to that plant. Okay, so here we've got Breakout Dahlia. I've got Michaela Miranda. I've got Cupcake and Saucer, Cosmos, Evelyn Dahlia, and Creighton Honey. And I think that's it for here. But then I've got a few in behind me too. Jowie Winnie, and I think another, I don't know. There's Jowie Winnie and another one behind me in the raised beds. But anyway, this is so pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. I feel like these zinnias in general, my parents' zinnias too, they planted some from Burpee seeds. Just felt like they took forever this year. I don't know what is going on. So pretty. I need mulch. I really need mulch. But that's my garden update. Everything's looking so great at this Picket garden. Here's a Cosmo that's getting ready to open. Oh, I can't wait. All new growth on my Rise Up Lilac Days rose. And look, here's another one of those butterfly candy butterfly bushes, just filling up this whole corner here and about to burst open all these blooms. Oh, I wanted to show you what I meant by the more woody structure on my other dwarf butterfly bushes. Hold on. Okay, so I love the blooms on this particular shrub, but it is, as you can see, way more upright. This is a Pugster white. It's got beautiful long blooms, but it doesn't have that same kind of little tidy mounded shape that I actually really do like, because that butterfly candy bush gets, you know, nice large blooms on it as well. And I had a Pugster blue I think they're only supposed to get 3 to 4 feet tall, but this pugster got to be as tall as me. I'm 5 foot tall, and I had to completely cut it back. I mean, you need to keep that in mind with all butterfly bushes. They're a non-native, and sometimes they can revert back to, you know, even hybrid ones can revert back to the mother plant and kind of do their own thing. And I think that that's what was happening there. Whew. Hot, 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 you guys. Oh my goodness. How can I not show you other stuff? I can't not show you other stuff. The Liatris is in bloom. I did just deadhead so many things in this garden. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Okay. I think things are looking really beautiful. Beyond my expectations for this first year Picket garden. And I can just imagine roses over the pergola and, you know, little steps leading you into the vegetable garden. It all takes time. We're getting there. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me in the garden, and I hope you all are staying cool. I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. I'm so excited I get to tack another little unboxing goodie plant delivery in a video because I didn't get to post it yet. So perfect timing. This is the one that I mentioned from Annie's Annuals and Perennials. They sell both. And I absolutely love them. They're based out of California, and that is a long, long journey to get to New Jersey. Their plants are always thriving and beautiful. I've been ordering from them for quite a few years, and they have very unusual, just gorgeous plants. Highly recommend. I had mentioned ordering some cafe au lait dahlias. That's these. I'm very excited about these. These are small, but guess what? We are at a time right now when these things are just going to explode. Dahlias are late blooming. I know we plant them every year with the hope that magically they'll start to bloom in June. It doesn't happen. For me, in 7A, New Jersey, getting closer to 8 these days, zone 8 that is, they don't really start taking off until really late July, if I'm lucky. August, September, October. September, October is when they really, really start to shine and look amazing. So anyway, last year I had cafe au lait dahlias that were very not good. One of them ended up blooming and it was super duper late. I was so upset and disappointed. So this year I had purchased all new tubers, and I don't think there was anything wrong with the tubers, but me overwatering them, I caused my tubers to rot in the pots because I kind of pre-sprout them in the containers. So that is totally my fault. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess you would say, fortunately, my cafe au laits were the only ones that experienced the rot. All of my other dahlias that I started are looking great. When I saw that Annie's had the cafe au lait already started, I was super psyched. So I bought a few. I bought 3. And then I was really interested in getting this mint that I saw recently. It's like a little mounding, almost moss-like looking mint that I'm going to use for decorative purposes in a couple planters I have. So that's the name of it. I really don't want to butcher it. So there, you can see it and read it. I thought it might be helpful if I showed you said mint. It is so soft and fluffy. Oh, I can't wait to plant this. I have a little hanging planter I think I'm going to put it in. I'll show you in the next video.